Good morning. This is Patriots Must Rise, and I'm Anatoly Anatolisova. Today I want to talk to you about something that is absolutely pathetic. Um, I I know that my viewers are not libtards, so I'm not going to offend anybody. But this is the block that goes into a 5.56 um, modified standard cartridge, modified to be California compliant. I took it out so I can actually make the magazine a standard capacity because I'm technically law enforcement. I'm licensed to do so, and but here's the thing: when not even law enforcement can get a hold of a proper magazine to do their job, these stupid state and federal regulations for civilians are getting in the way of public safety because the criminals don't care about the fucking laws. And quite frankly, neither do the Democrats, because all Democrats are criminals anyway. That's really why they want to limit what your shooting capacity is, because they're the ones that are going to be shot at. So, I am probably going to teach you guys how to modify these stupid things because it is a violation of the Second Amendment. It is a violation of every public safety statute in probably every county in the country. Especially if you're SWAT qualified and you can't even get anything but a Cali mag to put in your gun. When you go into a situation, you are probably going to need a full capacity magazine, at least one. So when our installed fossilized douchebag that is stinking up the White House right now and probably going to, well, we're already in World War III, gets out of office, all of this is going to change. But until then, we have to break the rules in order to keep the rules. And that's really pathetic. Ironically, the very people that don't want the so-called large capacity magazines, I'm sorry, 30 rounds is a standard capacity magazine. It is not a large capacity magazine. A large capacity magazine for an AR-15 is 150 rounds. So, get over yourselves, you fucking libs. And this isn't going on to YouTube, so I don't really give a flying fuck. Anyway, and I will probably edit it probably for YouTube, but let's get real. I don't care about YouTube. They don't pay anything, and they shadow ban me anyway. So this thing takes away 20 of the rounds that would have went into a standard capacity magazine. What I did was I I drilled out they actually riveted in, so you couldn't even take it apart to clean the magazine, which makes a whole lot of sense if you have no idea or how to take care of a gun or anything. So I drilled out the rivet that I would have drilled out anyway, and I found this. I'm like, okay, cool. While I've got it apart, I might as well make some modifications. So I cut off this section, leaving the section that actually locks in the bottom of the magazine. And I've got a 30 round magazine again. I actually bought a 30 round magazine. Actually, when I bought it, I was kind of laughing because I thought that the girl was new and didn't realize that the state of Washington made it illegal to sell them. But sure enough, it was a Cali mag. It just looked like a 30 round magazine. Well, anyway, the Cali magazine that I bought is now a 30 round. I took this out. The government should have no authority to regulate what the Constitution already says shall not be infringed. Okay? Plus, I'm law enforcement. So I should be able to go and get the equipment that I need. But obviously they don't even want law enforcement to have the equipment that they need, because they want the ability to outgun you. Here's an example. After January 6, 2021, the National Guard was called in to protect the Capitol by Nancy Pelosi. And yet, you will see no photograph of any of these guardsmen with a magazine in their rifle. None. They were neutered. They had the big scary guns, but they didn't have anything to go pew pew. So literally they were just wooden soldiers there to intimidate the stupid. Or to be more specific, there to make Nancy Pelosi look good for the libtards that have never picked up a gun in their life. They've never defended this country. They've just taken advantage of the fact that they were given the right to speak out and be stupid and talk about things that they don't know about by the blood of the people that were willing to sacrifice their lives. I think it's time that we start limiting the speech of retards, specifically Democrats, at all costs. We have a global pandemic at this time. We are at DEFCON 2 at this very moment, according to NORAD, because of the fact that Joe Biden just gave more money to Ukraine. And Russia has Satan 2 on the platform, ready to be launched. From any point in Russia, the Satan 2 nuclear platform can circumnavigate the globe twice and and hit its target by being programmed for the coordinates in mid-flight. Okay, so it can be airborne, it could be bound for Ukraine, and then with just a couple pushes of a button, it is changing course and bound for the Midwest or Washington, D.C., preferably Washington, D.C. We wouldn't lose anything by losing Washington, D.C. But this is how stupid these elected officials actually are. You want to wake the sleeping giant? Well, you just did. The largest nuclear cache in the world, and by your own admissions, controlled by a madman. And you made him mad. Good job, Joe Biden. Good job. A week into Joe Biden's dictatorship, he made a comment to the press threatening Americans, saying that if you felt that you needed to go up against the United States government, you're going to need F-15s and nukes. Well, good job, Joe Biden. I just want to remind you that now we have the nukes. And some of us are actually reaching out to Russia, pleading for their intervention in getting rid of you. So now we have MiGs too. Copper helicopters and fighters. Now we have stealth bombers. And we have a world leader that absolutely hates your guts. So, just a message to the left-leaning shitheads in America. This election had better go the way that it needs to go, because we're already at war. And Joe Biden has already invited the dragon into America. I am Anatoly Anatolisova, and this is Patriots Must Rise. Please like, subscribe, but most of all, live free, die well, and love your neighbor as Christ has loved you.